Hey everyone! Welcome back to Moving to Canada, your go-to channel for all things related to Canadian immigration, living, and settling in this beautiful country. Today, we have some incredibly exciting news that will make the journey to Canada much smoother for many of you out there. If you're a caregiver or know someone who is, this video is a must-watch. Canada has just launched new pilot programs that will grant permanent residency to caregivers right when they arrive in the country. That's right. The process has been streamlined, making it easier than ever for caregivers to start their new lives in Canada. This is a huge change from the old system, and we're going to dive deep into what this means for you and how you can take advantage of these new opportunities. But before we get into the details, make sure to check out the links in the description below. We've included free resources and guides to help you navigate the immigration process, find the best places to live, and settle into your new Canadian life. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and that will encourage us to create new content on the latest Canada immigration news and tips. All right, let's get started. Under the previous rules, caregivers had to first get work permits and then work for a specific period before they could apply for permanent residency. This two-step process was often cumbersome and stressful. Many caregivers faced uncertainty about their future, and the transition from a temporary work permit to permanent residency was anything but straightforward. But with these new pilot programs, the process has been simplified significantly. So, what's changed? The biggest change is the introduction of a one-step immigration process. Caregivers can now get permanent residency status as soon as they arrive in Canada. This is a game changer because it provides a clear and straightforward pathway to staying in Canada and caring for our loved ones. No more waiting and no more jumping through hoops. Once you're here to stay. This change also brings more autonomy and protection for caregivers. In the past, many caregivers found themselves stuck in abusive work situations because their ability to stay in Canada was tied to their employment. If they left their job, they risked losing their work permit and their chance at permanent residency. But now, with permanent residency granted upon arrival, caregivers have the freedom to leave abusive workplaces and seek better opportunities. This not only improves their quality of life, but also ensures they can contribute more effectively to the care sector. Speaking of the care sector, the new rules aim to address the labor shortages we're seeing in home care. By making it easier for caregivers to come to Canada and stay permanently, we're opening the door to a more stable and reliable workforce. This is crucial for meeting the growing demand for home care services across the country. One of the most significant changes with these new pilot programs is the lowering of the language requirements. Previously, caregivers needed to meet higher language benchmarks to qualify for permanent residency. This was often a barrier for many skilled caregivers who had the experience and the heart for the job, but struggled with the language test. Now the language requirement has been lowered to Canada Language Benchmark 4. This makes it much more accessible for caregivers to meet the criteria while still ensuring they have the necessary language skills to work effectively in their roles. We've heard from many caregivers about how challenging the language requirements were, and this change comes as a direct response to those concerns. It's all about striking a balance between breaking down barriers and selecting newcomers who are resilient and adaptable to changes in the labor market. This adjustment also aligns with other programs within the Immigration Department and provincial programs, creating better consistency and fairness for all applicants. Now you might be wondering, what are the jobs? Where will these caregivers work? The pilot programs are expanding the scope of employers who can hire caregivers. Previously, caregivers were mostly employed by private households. While that will continue, the new rules now include not-for-profit organizations and other employers who can directly employ home care workers. This expansion is aimed at addressing home care needs where labor shortages exist, and it opens up a wider range of employment opportunities for caregivers. By allowing not-for-profits and other organizations to hire caregivers, we're not only filling gaps in the labor market, but also providing more stable and supportive work environments. These organizations often have the resources and structures in place to support caregivers better than private households can. This means more job security, better working conditions, and more opportunities for career advancement within the care sector. So how do you take advantage of these new pilot programs? The first step is to stay informed and get all the necessary information. We've included links in the description below to official resources and guides that will help you understand the new rules and how to apply. Make sure to check those out and start preparing your application. It's also a good idea to connect with immigration consultants or legal experts who specialize in Canadian immigration. They can provide personalized advice and help you navigate the application process. Remember, while the new process is simpler, it's always beneficial to have expert guidance to ensure everything goes smoothly. If you're already in Canada and working as a caregiver, these new rules might apply to you as well. It's worth looking into whether you can transition to permanent residency under the new pilot programs. Again, checking out the resources we've linked below and consulting with experts can provide you with the best pathway forward. For those of you watching who aren't caregivers but know someone who is, please share this video with them. This is life-changing information, and the more people we can reach, the more we can help. Caregivers play a vital role in our society, and it's time we give them the recognition and support they deserve. As we wrap up, I want to thank you all for watching. Your support means the world to us, and we're committed to bringing you the latest and most helpful information about moving to and living in Canada. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. We're here to help you every step of the way on your journey to Canada. If you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover, leave a comment below. We love hearing from you, and we'll do our best to provide the information you need. And once again, check out those links in the description for free resources and guides to help you get started. Thank you for watching Moving to Canada. Stay tuned for more updates and tips, and we'll see you in the next video.